Welcome back to the next list review of Wookiees Mirkwood. I can't remember when the last one was, to be honest. But we're back.
Last year.
When was
Last
it?
year.
Was
It
it
was
last
last
year?
year.
Is this the first one of this year?
Yeah, first one of the year.
First one of the year. It's March. That's a bit
And
mad.
the new edition.
Did we definitely not do one in January? Has there been no?
No,
Is that how little
we
events
done
we've
we
had?
done
That's crazy.
we done a tournament talk in January.
Okay, yes, of
Not,
course.
not a list review.
Well, let's review the two powers IHL 100 ran by our very own Michael Bunton. Not the most people at it, but new rules, new lists should be some good crack. I have, as you've already heard, Dave Murphy with me. We also have Gareth Mansfield in his very first appearance, and
Hello.
Nicky Forsyth, our very own
Hello.
blacksmith and forge master, the Indiana Jones of MESBG. So we're going to go through the rules pack very briefly. There are a few little things in it I think we need to highlight, and then we're just going to have a quick look at the front page here just to see who's actually going. A few of these people have dropped out. One thing I noticed, I mean, it's pretty fitting, but why has Calvin got like a little fucking sunglasses, the smiley face? Everybody else is just standard. Like he's a cool guy and all, but what the fuck? Um,
Oh God.
so there was 15 people. We're down to 12. Who's dropped? Calvin's dropped actually. So
Calvin, Dave Coleman, and Kevin Casey,
okay. Um,
and potentially Ivan.
and potentially Ivan. Okay.
I don't
Um,
think we'll know until tomorrow.
Oh.
so it's up for grabs. It could be anybody's game in that
Yeah,
case.
some potentially some easy IHL 100 points.
Definitely. Well, it's 700 points. Everyone has two armies, so whereas we only have like 12 participants, we've still 24 lists. So we will get a move on. It's 2 day event. Exploding Dice. If you've watched these list reviews before, you'll know all the crap with Exploding Dice, how that all works. What I did want to highlight here was that he has changed this. So banners. Some armors have no access to banners. As such, points scored for not having banners have been amended as follows. The following sentence: into the death, hold ground, and destroy the supplies. You scored 2 victory points if your opponent has no banners remaining at the end of the game. If they didn't have a banner to start with, you automatically score this. Will be changed to the player who has dealt more wounds to enemy heroes, including fate, but excluding wounds dealt to mounts. Will score 2 victory points. If the same number of wounds have been dealt to heroes, you'll score one victory point each. If no wounds have been dealt then to heroes, you'll receive none. Um, Very different. How do I feel about
I think it's handy. Like there are quite a few lists that don't have access to a banner, so there's that factor for some folks going into a game straight away being down always feels bad, but hey.
that? One thing that's annoyed me, the banner rule thing. I have no banners in either of my lists, but it's one way to deal with it. Just completely
Yeah.
change the rule, but um,
Yeah. The thinking was it's the part that where you can walk into the game and you don't have a banner and they have a banner and they just automatically score the 2 points and you can't do anything about it.
Mm.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
But
I just
although
accept it.
I did read it again, it might not be as bad as I thought because if you went and killed your opponent's banner, you could also score those 2 points.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
There's
maybe it's not actually that bad, but yeah, at the time, Buckland was thinking like it's just shit to go into a game and
Yeah.
your
yeah,
opponent gets 2 points straight away and they could get another 2 points.
I could see it being house ruled by all sorts of people at different events in different ways
Mm.
to deal with it, to be honest. But
Yeah.
time will tell if it really matters.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it is shit. It is even regardless of what way it's actually supposed to be, it's still kind of shit for a couple lists that just don't have access to banners and are limited in their choices.
yeah. Other than that, though, fairly standard. It's going to be interesting to see how the scoring works and stuff with the new scoring system and that sort of thing. So, if you take it, you have probably had a little bit of practice with that. I don't think we've had much with it as well just yet. With the
No, I
whole,
haven't played
But
it.
Bunting's actually got his own kind of different one for this.
yeah, I was reading it there, but just more thinking like the whole, just that there's more VPs and stuff.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we get jumped into the lists. They are different than we normally look. They're not compiled in the normal way. So we have screenshots of mostly tabletop admin. Um, so the
This
first,
these are the first two lists are Bunting's
yeah,
bymaster lists.
Yeah, so first one he has is Defender's Helm's Deep. 697 points, 45 models, 15 bows, 15 throwing weapons, breaks at 23, quarters at 11, and 9 might. He's got Thed and King of Rohan as the leader, exchanged armor for heavy armor and a shield. He's got 6 Galadrim warriors with elf bows, 6 warriors of Rohan with shields and throwing spears, 5 warriors of Rohan with shield, and 1 warrior of Rohan with a banner. He's got Gimli Son of Gloin with 4 Galadrims with bows, 4 Rohan guys with shield and throwing spears, and another 4 with shield. And then Legolas, Elven Cloak and Armor, and exactly the same 4.
This
Um,
buy-buster list I think you could win the tournament with.
Yeah, it looks rough.
yeah,
Yeah,
what happened to a nice wee buy us there?
yeah. I think Michael said he's kind of tested. He's still he's still he hasn't had much games, so he's kind of testing out what he'd like to potentially bring for events later in the year.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he wants lists that can shoot and have good model counts.
if there's not that many people there, I suppose at least no one will be getting like necessarily an easy game to come up against
I was
Five-Buster.
about to say,
So yeah,
looking at that buy buster list, it's
no
you want to
submarining.
come and fight it.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
100%.
it'll be interesting to see how this works now that the elves have lost access to spears. Because what you used to do is you used to put your elves with the bows and spears behind all of your warriors of Rohan with throwing spears. So now you've
Yeah,
lost that fight five in the back rank.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And you don't need this list doesn't have Haleth either to make the other ones fight for.
Yeah.
yeah. We
But
only spent
Legolas and Gimli are a class combo.
Yeah,
Legolas is just class in general
Legolas is
now.
just a beast in this
Like,
edition.
can never
Yeah,
mind him with Gimli these days. But we won't spend too much time on the Buy Buster ones. This was also a decent one. 700 in the button, 58 models, 18 bows, 15 throwing weapons, 30 killed is Brick, 14 to quarter, 11 might. Wildman Chieftain is the leader. He's got 2 Uruk-hai scouts with bows, 2 wild men with spears, and an Isengard orc warrior. Then the Wildman Oathmaker, Nicky's favorite man. Um, 4 Uruk-hais with bow, 4 Isengard warg riders with throwing spears, and 4 wild men with spears. We've got the chieftain with an Isengard orc warrior with a banner, 4 scouts with bows, 4 wild men with spears, 3 warg riders with throwing spears. Another chieftain, 4 scouts with bow, 4 wild men with spears, and 4 warg riders with throwing spears. And then the same thing again, chieftain, 4. It's another pretty decent list. It is the
it's just
Oathmaker's your lad,
it's
isn't
just
it, Nicky? That's your guy that like always
Oh, he
fucking
always punches well above his weight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is an awesome list. It reminds me of a list I wanted to do for the last edition, which was like the Burning of the Westfold. So you've got your scouts and your wild men. So it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. 58 models will be fun to reckon with as well.
Or maybe the White
It's going
Hand
to
they
take a
call
lot of
it.
chewing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um
It's just a shit ton of models. Like
it's a shit ton of models. Yeah.
it's
Not a lot
just
of defense in them, but
completely disregarding the list special rules. It was like, yeah, just spam lads.
yeah. Yep.
The wild men all get hatred of Rohan on this list. Is
Yeah,
that
they have.
in their pro? So yeah, any Rohan players are going
It's,
to have fun facing this.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think we might have a few. Can't really
I,
remember. But yeah, it's nasty enough. There's a lot of dudes there. It might be one of the higher ones.
I think it is the highest one.
Is it the highest one? Yeah.
We're on to Nicky.
Swan to yourself, Nicky. Road to Helm's Deep, 700 exactly. 23 models, 16 bows, 4 throw weapons. Breaks at 12, quarters at 5, 9 might. We've got Theron, King of Rohan with Snowman. 4 Rohan Royal Guard with horses and throwing spears. 2 Rohan Royal Guard just on horse, and 4 Riders Rohan. Aragorn with bow and Brego. And 10 Riders Rohan, and then Legolas on horse. Small and punchy.
So this was more most of the armies I own at the minute aren't an illegal loadout for the new edition with the amount of throwing spears and stuff I've put on things. So I was just saying what I have painted and what I can put together. And this required the least amount of painting. I don't need to paint 6 Royal Guard and Aragon, and I really wanted to paint the Legolas and Gimli together on the horse. I was going to put Gimli in the list, but I ended up dropping too many models. So I thought I'd still use the model with Gimli on the back of Legolas. and paint that up and enter it for the competition piece. Because the competition painting for this one isn't army, it's on Two Towers themed miniature, and that's a pretty iconic model that I'm happy you can now use in games. But it's sitting currently mostly unpainted on my desk, so that's tomorrow's job.
Jesus, Nicky, have you inherited my curse?
I've Yeah, so my Royal Guard are currently half painted. Aragon's half painted and Legolas and Gimli's barely started, so yeah,
I'm
tomorrow will be fun.
free.
That is actually something I should have mentioned, and completely forgot that it is like it's very two towers focused. So people do could bring two armies. They don't have to be good in naval. I mean, two good armies, but only two towers focused stuff can be entered in the painting competition. So I like that about it. I actually think you could do decently. It's got a decent amount
Yeah.
of bows. It'll move really well. Priority is a big thing for you in that. Like
Uh,
you could bully people a wee bit, like in a way with it.
I'll,
But
I'll say this: Aragorn on horse is an absolute fucking beast.
yeah,
Yep.
Fight
so
that fight seven and his strength five in the charge and mighty hero. He is just an absolute machine.
yeah,
I ran Aragorn like the Strider profile when I was running my Hobbits in the last edition just to fill up points, and he was a beast then, so I can only imagine what he's like now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of wish I had included Gimli in it now that I like back because I only realized after I took him out that when mounted with Legolas, you can use Gimli's might to influence combats. So it would have been like a six might
yeah,
mounted Legolas going around just murdering stuff.
Merkin.
But
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
again next time.
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah.
You've had too little.
Legolas is classed. It's hilarious as well as that he can still fire. Like he can charge on the horse, he can fire his bow three
Mhm.
times, and then still fight in combat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nuts. It should be
It's,
fun anyway, and then having the free might of return with Aragon should give me some momentum.
yeah,
And I think Theoden's sword, where he automatically wins,
Yeah,
there's no roll off. He just wins on a six, just makes him like awesome at munching troops as well. So it'll be a bit of fun.
the
I'm
thing,
kind of afraid of any shooting lists with all my heroes not having proper armor. They're all D5 in this list, so
I mean,
the only thing I don't like about Road to Helm's Deep is then having to be defense five, two wounds in one face. That's horrifying.
yeah, I do get to use the awesome work attack
Yeah.
model
Oh
that has
yeah,
never seen the table
yeah.
for this. So.
yeah, right enough.
I mean, there's
Um,
also the fact of being able to get back on horses as well, which is going to be awesome.
I don't think
yeah,
you'll ever do that though, because you have
no,
to do it at the end of a turn. So like
Uh,
unless you get shot off your horse early on, like you're probably just going to throw your hero back into combat, then
True.
waste the turn out of combat.
yeah,
it
Might
just
come up.
depends.
very situational. So yeah, then to the army that I think has the least amount of models. Um, Smog. That's an
Aye,
easy one.
so
I like reading that one out.
Smog has been illegal in every Irish tournament for other than
And
Dave's, I
hang
think.
on, no, he's been it varies. He's been banned, and he's also been de facto banned, depending on the type of like structure the event has gone for.
Yeah, and most had like that four model minimum, so you had to bring like a goblin captain and a bat swarm, or you had to build it a weird way. So this is the first time where just bringing Smog has been legal, and it's a 700 point event. And my Smog's been sitting in a box for 2 years, so what better chance to paint them up than to paint them up for this?
Be criminal
But
not to.
my attitude is it's a new edition, so like just allow everything. Don't put any restrictions on anything.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's
Yeah.
definitely beatable. I think he'll not be fun for a lot of people to face, especially anyone that's not experienced with how to play around something like that. But how often do you get to play a massive dragon across the table? So I think playing it
yeah,
once, most people will be pretty dead
I
on
like
about it.
I like that people can still shoot him even when he's in combat now. Like so, at least they can do something to him.
Yeah, we were actually talking with Connor the other day that if Ents hit him with a stone on a six and wound, they
Yeah, it's the
do
strength.
the scale special rule, so they do
Yeah,
10 wounds, which is nuts. So you can effectively tie him up with one end and then throw stones at Smaug. And if you roll sixes, you only need two stones to kill him, which is nuts.
If you get lucky enough. I did do it like when I played against Anton in the second game we played. He kindly played in a very thematic way to see if it would work, and we sort of circled him and threw stones at him, and he died instantly. It was crazy. But the game before, he was able to just like fire me to shit. But it was cool. I like playing against him. I actually thought it was pretty good fun. It's a
I've
completely
never
different
played as Smog
challenge.
before.
What's
Um,
hilarious now is that Dale is absolute kryptonite for Smoke.
yeah, it is actually pretty
They
fun.
just destroy him.
Yeah, it's not very thematic. But yeah, we don't see a lot of him over here. He's not trusted in
And
the Emerald Isle.
Smoke's own army roll, he has the one with the coins. So he is starting a game down 2 points unless he can go and kill those three models and get the coins back.
Two points.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it also gives people ways to like
Yeah,
negate his
it
like
does.
oppressiveness because you can give the coins to your big heroes, so he has to charge your Argon or he has to charge your Gwahir or something that can actually stand a chance of striking off against him. So if you want to like try and flash kill him, you can put those three coins on your big hitters and try and lure him into a trap.
Yeah, I mean, he just
plus
tries
he,
to kill you all.
yeah, he's got no banner. So there's that.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah,
got no banners.
I have no idea how to play him either, so I'm sure it'll not be horribly oppressive to play against.
I just feel like that's just like a
When you've bought the £400 dragon model, you need to be able to take it out every once in a while.
Yeah.
No, I was lucky enough to win it, but
You won it at Michael's
yeah,
first big event in July, wasn't it?
yeah, it was from the raffle at near
Near Neath.
Neath and
yeah,
Nariad.
Michael's one.
Um,
Yeah, I just think it's funny, just the idea of like these little soldiers that are getting this big giant dragon. They're just like, you've got no banner, mate. Like, fuck you,
no
dude.
banner, mate.
No banner. Yeah, suck it up, you. Um, whose list is this? I can't remember.
We're on to mine now.
This is yours. So first list is Riders of Armor, 699 points. 19 models, 16 bows, 5 throwing weapons, 10 to break, 4 to quarter, 8 might. Big Aomer, he's the leader. He's got Firefoot with armor and shield. 5 Riders of Rohan with throwing spears and a Rider of Rohan. Gandalf the White on Shadowfax. He's got a Rider of Rohan with banner and another 5 Riders of Rohan. And then Captain of Rohan with 4 Riders of Rohan. And he's got the Horse Exchange armor for heavy armor and shield. Um, Small and punchy. Didn't expect that from you.
Yeah, so I was trying to work out what my kind of good list for the new edition would be for a little while, and I first tried out Rideout, but it's the rule that makes it have to charge kind of fucks it over.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I'll try Riders of Armor. Partly because I love having free hero combats and Armor gets them in this list.
That one round where you get the -1 to all enemy combats can be really big as well.
Yeah. And also the Riders of Rohan in the previous version of this list didn't get +1 fight value on the charge because Aemir wasn't Theoden, but
Yeah.
now the rule says Rohan General.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That said, I've only played 3 games with it and I've lost 2, so I don't know.
Gandalf's a big. He's just so many points. Like still.
Gandalf is vastly better now with his
Yeah,
fight saves
yeah,
and 3 points.
yeah. But he just eats up a lot of your points. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
this list just makes me want to play you at this event, Dave, especially if that's your list A, because my list A is Assault on Helm's Deep, so
spoilers.
I
nice and
mean,
thematic.
it's pretty
Spoilers.
likely to happen how small the event is. So
True, true.
It's a good lad. I think it's cool. It's a
Good
fun looking
thematic.
list. Yeah, yeah, I like it. This too. Host of the Witch King. That's more like you. There you are.
Jesus.
700 points, 41 models, 0 bows, 0 throwing weapons, breaks 21, quarters of 10, 8 might. The big Witch King C. Morgul Blade on a horse. He's got a Spectre, an Angmar Orc Warrior with banner, one with a Warg Rider and a shield, 5 Orc Warriors with shield, and 5 with spear. Aldrak Warlord of Karn Doom, 4 Orc Warriors with shield, 5 with spear. Angmar Orc Captain, 4 with orcs with shield, another 4 with spear, a bar of white, 3 orcs with shield, 3 with spear, and another bar of white. Yeah, it's I don't think I've actually seen this played at all yet. And the whole like new way that the Witch King's done, just kind of better actually. I like the profiles. But
Are Barrow
Yeah,
Whites still the same? They can't spend their last will now, is that it? And then they're down to
but
4 will.
yeah, they effectively can't spend it because they need to keep a will point to
Yeah.
keep paralyzed going.
Oh, it's like yeah, an active.
exhaust.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's exhaustion.
So if that paralyzed hero it becomes unparalyzed, can they spend their last will to cast it again?
They can spend it, but it doesn't work
Oh yeah, because
because
they need a will to keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
okay.
only lasts while you have will. So
So they've got like a very small nerf, but not really.
yeah,
It's still an
yeah,
awesome
because
spell when you paralyze a hero.
it's also cast on 3+ now.
Yeah, because a lot of times the everyone would do the 2 dice, 2 dice, 1 dice, and a lot of times on the 4 up you would be okay, but on a 3 up you're definitely getting paralyzed.
yeah, you need to be very
And
unlucky.
they did get another small nerf in that they are minor heroes now instead of heroes of fortitude. Not a big deal.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
they did get a small buff. They have spectral walk, which is pretty class. You ignore all difficult training, just
Training.
yeah. I like
Well,
that where that
so
makes
that makes
sense.
sense.
yeah, you're like actually like a ghost now, just float
Yeah,
over
But
everything.
they can't move through their own models or anything. No,
No, you can't do that.
that would be cool.
ghosts are
Mm.
still polite.
Oh
Um,
no.
no, sorry
Ghosts,
about
yeah,
that. There,
they
no.
still respect personal boundaries.
Yeah, it might be really weird tapping someone float through you. It might be a really like
They might not like the feeling of
yeah,
it.
it might feel really, really
Yeah.
just invasive. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's a good list. Interested, no shooting. So I mean, you've got all the lads. Do you really?
Yeah.
If I face you, I want to face this with my Rohan list. I think that would be fun.
Be
Just a
better
load of
Rohan,
horses into a
Rohan,
load
wouldn't
of orcs.
it? Yeah. Next up is
Ah,
myself.
Gareth.
It is Gareth, is it?
it is.
Yeah.
Well, list number one, two lovely, lovely lists. The Black Gate, 700 points, 7 models, love it. Broken at 4, quarters at 1, might 5, no bows, no throw weapons. Mordor Trolls, Chieftain Leader, 3 Mordor Trolls, the Mouth of Sauron, Armored Horse, 2 Mordor Trolls. Excellent. Assault and Hands Deep, um, 700 points, 39 models, 11 bows, no throw weapons, breaks at 26, quarters at 9, and 7 might. And then it's what you would expect. Urkai Captain Leader, 3 Warriors with Shield, 3 Pikes, 3 Crossbows, a banner. Another Captain, 2 Berserkers, 4 Warriors with a Crossbow, 3 with Shield, 3 Pikes. Urkai Captain again, 4 crossbows, 2 pikes, Urkai demolition team, the Berserker and the Urkai warrior with shield. So always the demolition team that pulls it back for me. I just love that this is
There is a ballista
yeah.
off
There is a
screen.
Oh
ballista.
yeah, it's the yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, it's not there, Dave.
But it is there.
Yeah, there is a ballista
But
in
there
that
is the
list as
ballista.
well.
Yeah, yeah, it was
One of
cool.
each.
I did see, I didn't know it was there, but that's why I meant the demolition team pulls back for me.
Yeah,
Because it's just more fun. It's good when you. It's a bit
yeah,
like Niall Woods likes to run his list a bit like this, and he
It's
has brought it
it's
without a
far, it's
ballista.
far more it's far more satisfying to blow up the opponent's big hero than to just huck a
Yeah,
big
shoot it.
fucking shot.
but you have to have it a ballista as well, like, because it's the whole point of the list.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Uh,
like you just
I,
have one.
I've just realized something. Do you know in the last rules, didn't they change it that the bomb had to be, you couldn't just blow up one enemy model. It had to
Have to be
be,
two.
is it
Yeah.
still that rule?
Yeah.
Can you use it on Smog then?
No, but assault's my list A, so I don't think I'll face you with Smog.
It's actually
Just
interesting. You can't use it in
that's
small.
really weird that like
Yeah,
you couldn't.
They just don't
I
blow
couldn't
up
if I wanted to.
dragons.
So yeah, that's
Is there actually no
There
way
must be a
around
way
that? That
around it.
yeah, that
Give
sounds.
me a sec. I'm going to look that
Surely,
up.
I reckon it's unless they count as like a siege target, and he's probably
Oh
so
yes, yes, it has
fucking
to be
big that
either a
he's
siege target or two enemy models.
like
is
he's
he a
bound to be.
is he a siege target?
I believe so. I'd like to hope so. I don't have my rules manual to
And
hand.
That's
it
just a
would
guess.
it would make no sense if Smaug wasn't a siege target. Like,
Because
Yeah,
he's bigger than a mimic, and a mimic's a siege target.
yeah,
it's
but
the
then
only thing that makes sense.
Smaug wasn't a siege target in the last edition, while the Mimic was. So
Yeah, but so
Uh-huh.
if he's a siege target, then you can only do one wound to him with a ballista, right? And that's not the case.
yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, well then we'll need
So
to look
maybe you
into
just
that.
can't use a bomb on him,
Maybe.
which is a little silly because it would be fun to blow up a dragon. And
Maybe
it's
just
the only way you would try to kill him if you were that army.
maybe
It's
just
like,
flies
yeah,
over it.
Well, this army would just shoot the fuck out of him with ballistas.
yeah.
You just get
Yeah.
someone to like
Just
hold
get
on to it
within
and let
12
them
of it
hit.
and it can't shoot you.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. We'll see if that comes up. Right. Let's see. So Tim Spears. Army 1, well, his name's on it, which is quite nice. So, Barad-dûr, Warband 1, leader is Sauron. He has 4 Orc Warriors with Shield, 4 with Spear. Warband 2, Ring Wraith, 2 attacks, 1 Might, 10 Will, 1 Fate. 4 Orc Warriors with Shield, 4 with Spear, 2 with Bow. Warband 3 is an Orc Captain, 4 Orc Warriors with Shield, 4 with Spear, 1 with Bow. It's 697 points, 30 models, breaks at 15, quarters at 7. Um, Army 2 is Arnor. It's got Arvedui, Lost King of Arnor, Warrior of Arnor with a banner and 14 Warriors of Arnor. Warband 2 is Malbeth the Seer with 8 Warriors and 4 Rangers with Spear. Warband 3 is Argadir, Captain of Arnor with 8 Warriors and another 4 Rangers with Spear. Warband 4 is just a Captain with another 4 Warriors and 2 Rangers with Spear. It comes out at 749 models, 25 to break, 12 to quarter, and it's got 10 bows. Cool to see Arnor.
Yeah.
2 new armies for Tim. I've never seen him play an Orc army or an Arnor army, so that's
Nick
pretty
I
cool.
Hudson,
remember
yeah.
him talking about Arnor towards the end of last edition. I think it was at Paddy's event during lunch. He was saying that he was going to do Arnor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A
Hopefully
good
it's all
thing.
painted.
A good thing because he can't do his Khazad-dûm for at least another couple of months.
Yep.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
At least we know it's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least it's finally been announced, which means it will come in the next
Yeah.
couple of months, give or take.
Yeah.
Release the
Yeah.
Trolls You cards part 2.
So was Khazad, did he have another army as well, or was it mostly Khazad and Tim always? I know he
I don't recall him playing anything else other than
was
Khazad-dûm last year.
He did have another army.
it Mordor or something? Or Isengard or something like that?
Was it Moria? I can't remember.
Well, that would make sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the Goblin version. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it
know that's what
was.
I mean, but like if you're in the
He
Khazad.
did definitely have another army, but I can't remember.
But yeah, it would be cool to see. Like, I mean, his stuff's normally pretty like nicely painted, so if it is
Yeah.
painted, I'm sure it'll look pretty nice. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That'd be nice to see.
Not gonna lie,
Um,
because we've had the different photos up till now. I saw that list, saw Barad-dûr, and thought it was going on for 2 pages. I was like, what has he done? Like,
yeah,
how?
yeah, don't know. Cool. Okay, so who's
We're on
this?
to Joseph. Joseph.
Joseph. Yeah. Corsair fleet. Only Corsairs will probably see, I would imagine. I've got a load of them that I'm going to shift if anybody's interested. So 692 points, 48 units, very neatly displayed out. Quite like the look of this. Warband 1, Corsair Captain with 4 Corsairs with light shield and throwing weapons, 4 with spear. Warband 2 is another Captain with 6 Corsairs with bow. Important to note the Captain has a crossbow there. Warband 3, the Bosun, 4 Corsairs with light shield and throwing weapons, 4 with spear, 4 with bow. Same thing again, Bosun with the exact same thing, 4. And then 2 Corsair Ballistas, which there's not even a model for that yet, is there? So probably
Nope.
Now,
um,
classic GW. Well, but
there's a lot of nice things.
we want to limit the range so that models reflect what they are, but also here's profiles for models that don't exist. Thanks.
Yeah,
We
I mean, what do we think about Corsairs at the minute? Do you really think the new book's going to do much for them? Are they just done?
Well, I don't know because one the recent news shows that there's an Umbar list, which I guess will have Black Numenorians in it.
could do, because
they just
Black
include them?
Numenoreans aren't, they're not going to Legacy, so they have to be somewhere.
And I'm guessing Arbalesters will get re-added to
Mm,
this.
Yeah.
I think the base Corsairs need to drop a point. I think like they're the same price as a Warrior of Minas Tirith at the minute, aren't they? And they're like D4.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think
Mm,
they're a little overcosted for what they are.
they're a
So
bit
They've
shit.
they've been hit pretty hard because
Throwing
it's
weapons and
only
stuff.
Yeah.
1/3 for weapons, and they have light shields instead of shields.
And what's that?
They
That
got
just means
us.
all it gives you shielding, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, it just allows you to shield.
shite.
Does it also
They
give
do.
you like a bonus against shooting? Or am I
no,
thinking light
No,
armor?
that's light armor.
Ah,
So they got a small buff in that regard by having light armor.
Yeah,
But yeah, obviously currently they are limited to just captains and bosuns.
yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
the upside of that is you can hoard out pretty big, like compared to some others
I
that'll have
mean,
your big named heroes. So
I mean,
objective grabbing,
you were still able to hoard out pretty well with the previous version of them.
Yeah, you just
yeah.
cut them to ribbons. Like when they can't just throw things at you and really be like just harass you, you just
And
cut them to bits.
currently they just have bows, not the arbalesters.
Yeah,
Mm.
so much less fair. See what the ballistas do though. Interesting. Next list, Kingdom of Rohan. We get another Rohan list. 700 points, 35 units. We have Thedred with Brago and a shield. We've got four Rohan Royal Guard on horse, four riders, another two riders with throwing spears, and one with a banner. Warband 2 is a captain with heavy armor and a shield. He's got four warriors Rohan with shield, three with shield and throwing spears, four with bow, and one with a banner. Warband 3 is another captain of Rohan, and again, six riders there, two riders of Rohan with throwing spears, and a rider with another banner. Three banners there. Loving those banner points.
Mhm.
Um, Lots of mounts. There's going to be a lot of Rohan. So that the list Bunton has might
Oh yeah.
might have a good time.
I've just realized a lore point that I've been completely lost on forever, and it's that
Third source of
Ar
Brago.
Aragon got Theodred's
Yeah,
horse
because he
after
calms it
Theodred died.
down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Literally only picked up on that as you started saying it,
I
Nicky.
remember the scene in
Sick
the movie
lass.
as well where he gives him the horse.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah,
thought.
sits
Yeah,
and talks fucking
it,
Elvish to it or
it's an
something.
it's an extended scene. That's why.
Is it?
Yeah,
I haven't watched the
No
theatrical
way that's an
release
extended
like
scene, seriously.
in years, but yeah, that's cool. I
I
like
couldn't
that.
tell the
That's
difference these
and
days.
in the theatrical version, the first time Aragorn and Eowyn talk is when they sword clash. But in the extended, it's actually in the stable.
Oh yes, yes.
I
When he
genuinely
tells him
think,
to turn Brago free. Or no,
yeah.
they tell him to turn a horse free.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh, no one can knows it's gone mad, and then he walks up and it's like, no,
Yeah.
it's signed. But like, I genuinely don't think I could tell the difference. I've watched the extended one so many times now. If I watched the theatrical,
I
I
don't
think I
remember
would
the
just I
theatricals.
wouldn't have a clue where half the stuff was. I'd be so confused.
What happened to
Um,
to
this?
be
yeah,
to be fair, no one really watches the theatrical versions.
yeah.
No,
But back to the
a lot of it.
list.
Like even when films show even when
Yeah,
sorry cinemas show
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
films, they do
Has
the
to be, it
extended.
has to be extended.
Yeah.
But back to the list. A lot of horses. The Therdred. Not too many horses actually. But a decent amount of lads. So
It kind of looks to me like he's using the models that he's got available,
yeah,
and
well,
two
Yeah.
captains and a lot of Rohan foot.
I think
So
it'll do better than the Corsairs. Oh, so
Yeah.
Blade would have a good time against Bunting's army.
good day. Yeah. Rob,
Rob
Muster of
Corddry.
Isengard, 700 points, 35 models. He's got Saruman, who is class these days, not that he wasn't before.
Hmm.
Two Berserkers, six Urukai with warriors with pike, four with crossbow, one with a banner. Then our Urukai captain, two Berserkers, two warriors with pike, four with crossbow. Sorry, four warriors with pike and four with crossbow. And another Urukai captain, three with two Berserkers, and three warriors with pike, and three with crossbow. Then out Grima. List B is 700 points, 41 models, Battle of Five Armies. He's got Big Leggy, Prince of Mirkwood with an Elven Cloak, seven Mirkwood Elf Warriors with Elf Bow, a Mirkwood Elf Warrior with a Glaive, and a Mirkwood Elf Knight, Toriel with Elf Bow, six Warriors with Bows and one with a Glaive, Hilda Bianca, 12 Lake Time Militia with spears, and Nori, champion of Erebor, one Iron Hills warrior with banner and shield, and another 8 warriors with shield and spear. Yeah, Rob could do well.
Battle of the Five Armies is just the new soup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like how like flexible it is as a list, and this
It,
is probably my favorite to win so far.
it literally has everything from Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many ways it could be built.
It's very much like Defenders of the Pelennor in that way, that there's a lot of stuff you can do with it,
Yeah.
except there's
I think
more
this,
so in Battle of Five Armies.
yeah, there's even more. Although defenders will probably be beefed out once Armies of Middle Earth drops.
Oh yeah,
the Emerhill and stuff will probably be able to go in that
Fiefdoms.
list.
And Legions of Mordor should expand as well.
Mhm.
I'm not convinced that they will expand when the new books come out, to be honest. I just think it's going to be loads of new lists that are just from the different.
It's actually
Well, no,
only 14 each, and
they
we
have
already
said
know.
that there's going to be like a section at the back of the Armies of Middle Earth book that's going to be like Legions of Middle Earth, where it'll have what models from the third book can slot into certain existing lists.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's all right then.
yeah.
But
There's 14 new lists for each side, and we already know what we already actually have half them because they're Arnor and Angmar.
Yeah,
fair. But yeah, I do like the Battle of Five Armies list.
yeah.
Like it's themey, even if it is a bit of a sip, it's cool. Like, so I like it.
If you're someone who likes to try and make some sort of combination, then it's a list for you.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And then Isengard's just Saruman love with a load of
It's just
Uruk-hai. What's
solid.
not to like?
Like
So yeah,
Mustard Guard is very strong.
it is.
It's got enough
Free
rules.
heroic march turn one, isn't it, for the Uruk-hai captains?
Isengard in
Yeah,
general,
yeah. And then your Uruk-hai captains have heroic strike. And hatred men.
and then Grim is just a dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Still.
yeah,
He's
and
actually
Saruman's.
he's weaker in some ways, but he's
Yeah,
stronger in
yeah.
other ways because he's allowed to move through malls, which is just horrible.
It's just a pain in the hole. So yeah, definitely a contender. And myself, the trees, Mr. Treebeard with Marion Pippin, and then just 5 ends, 2 Ash, a chestnut, no kind of beach.
Connor be like love me trees.
I
Mhm.
do like trees. The trees are better. They're better now. They're actually pretty decent these days. They're still not fantastic.
Treebeard is pretty solid looking now.
Lethal. But
Dominant is a great new rule for monsters.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just generally better. But I just like bringing because it depends on the day. I could just want to have a bit of crack, and I just hope that can rather than bringing two or like I nearly brought scouts, and I was like, nah, too much to move, and then Halls isn't too much. So my Halls list is Big Thran. I haven't used them yet in this edition, so this will be my first time using them. So Big Thran, 1 elk with armor, 6 palace guard with shield and spear. 6 elves with shield, 4 with bow, and Toriel with a bow, 6 elves with glaive, 6 with bow, and Leggy with a cloak. 695. Couldn't find anywhere to spend the last 5 points if I remember rightly. And I still need to paint the glaives.
To be fair, cloaks are really good now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leggy just on his own's fine as well. And then I want to try and out the glaives. That'll be fun. I can still do a bow line behind the glaives. The glaives can still shield if needs be. They can get 2 attacks if I want them to. They're pretty cool now. And then Thranduil's warband really doesn't change all that much to what it used to, but he's obviously got different abilities. But I wanted him on the elk just to fire him in, see what the crack is, have a bit of fun.
The elk is
Big bad
not
elk.
too bad now because it can keep on going, can't it?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
strength 5 hit.
I know he has impact hits. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What he should have had for fucking ages.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're like. And you can't just rely on terror or anything anymore as well, so it's a different dynamic. But they're decent. And obviously because you drop sentinels, you don't get them anymore yet. So you end up with quite a decent amount of boys. So it's not bad, I don't think. I think it could be okay. And so obviously just you never know what's gonna happen. If we come up against Nicky Smog, definitely has to be the Ants. Like we just have to agree on that.
It will be the Ants because it's my list 2 and your list 1.
Oh, is that what? Oh yeah, fair. Yeah.
Do you play against B?
No, it's just
No.
A against A.
Oh,
Oh,
is it?
okay, so
Oh
then it
well,
won't
well,
be.
well, that's shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh,
List
we'll,
list
we'll
A
we'll need to
list A
fix that.
for games. List A for games 1, 3, 5.
So, Stevie McChrystal, legend himself, host of the Witch King. So, second time I think we've had this in it. The leader is obviously the Witch King of Angmar C. He's got the Morgul Blade and the horse, an Angmar Orc Warrior with banner, 7 warriors with shield, 7 with spear, 2 with bow. Warband 2, Aldrock Warlord of Card Doom, 2 orcs with shield, 2 with spear, 4 with bow. Warband 3 is Naztak, Angmar Orc Captain, 2 orc warriors with shield, 2 with spear. Warband 4, he's got a shade, another 2 warriors with shield and 2 with spear. Then Warband 5, Barry White. 697 points, 38 models, 6 bows, breaks at 20 killed, and quarters at 9. Then he's got the 3 trolls with Billy Troll, War Boar, Full Bellies, Stones Troll, Endurance, Nothing Like a Warm Fire, Rumbling Momentum, Bowl Them Over, Dominant Presence, Warband 2, he's got Bird obviously, and then Tom. I love the trolls now. I love the whole like build them up and add
The
stuff to them, and
customization of them.
they're so cool. I actually didn't realize that he had them. I must have forgot. He's definitely told me this, and I've forgotten.
He recently got them, I think. I think they accidentally ended up in a package when he was ordering some paint
Oh,
or
well, that
something
does
like that.
happen. Yeah, that's happened to me a few times, to be fair.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Like you just go out for like a cigarette, and the next
it,
minute
it
you've
just
done all
fell
the
in.
models. It just happens. Weird.
As you do.
Yeah, and for some reason it affects your bank account as well. Like I just don't understand how
Yeah,
they coincide, but it happens.
like they fell in, but I still got charged for them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what the fuck?
So what he's done here is he's brought a big dirty gamey list, and then he said, "I'm really sorry about that. I'll bring another game list that looks like it's not a big dirty gamey list, but actually
But
can be a
it
big
is.
dirty gamey list." So fair
Yeah,
play, Stevie. Fair play.
it, it remains to be seen how strong the trolls are or not, but on paper they definitely look strong.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
do think like like the 3 trolls now, and with the way list building works, you'll probably see a lot more events without that 4 model minimum, because then you'd completely lock out the 3 trolls list as well as the likes of Smaug.
I don't think we're doing the 3 model minimum in rules packs at the minute because it
No,
was
no,
this it was to stop you bringing like Sauron on a Balrog and like stuff that
yeah,
was
and it doesn't really happen anymore because of the way the lists
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
So
but
yeah,
it was also to stop you from like going to like a lower points event, just taking 3 big powerful heroes, just running over
yeah.
someone.
yeah. There's just no need for it really anymore.
It's
Um,
tough. It's tough to do. It's tough to do that sort of thing now. So it's
yeah.
grand.
But yeah, two cool lists. Stevie is always doesn't matter what he plays really. You're gonna have crack with Stevie regardless. He has been kind enough to actually make it bigger here. I didn't realize that, but just if you want to take a nice little look. Um, Next up we have Roman Realms of Men, 699 points, 52 models. He's got 17 bows, 17 throwing weapons. Breaks at 27, quarters at 13, might 7. He's got the King of Men, Gondor. He's the leader. With heavy armor and the shield. He's got 17 Citadel Guard with longbow. He's got King of Men, Rohan. Again, shield and heavy armor, 17 warriors of Rohan, shield and throwing spears, and 1 warrior of Rohan with a banner. And then a King of Men, Arnor, with a shield, and then 14 warriors of Arnor. I actually think that's pretty cool.
that is filth with
It's
17
filth.
Citadel
Elf.
Guard. They're the strength 3 bows, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
longbows. Yeah,
that
yeah,
that's lethal. Like,
yeah.
52 models.
and 17 throwing spears.
Yeah.
yeah, this is shooting better than Defenders of Helm's Deep.
It's disgusting. Yeah, it is.
Arguably.
But it's cool.
Yeah, Realms of Men are a weird. They're a weird one 'cause they're they're like they allow you to like ally Rohan with Numenor. It's a strange one.
Yeah. I actually like though that there's like warriors of all the different places and like it's
I
just
do, I do, I do want to do it myself because I want to do Numenorians, but I don't like the Numenorian list itself.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm going thinking of doing this, but with like Numenor with some Gondor to give me cavalry.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Um
Hopefully, he's painted his
The Kings
Kings
of
of
Men are
Men
pretty good.
all thematically.
Hopefully. I would expect it.
Hopefully. Guns and Men are
Um,
not too are pretty good now as well.
well,
They're
yeah.
cool models.
So let's see if his second list is equally as filthy. Army of the White Hand, pretty filthy. 700 points, 54 models, 17 bows. 28 killed, breaks it, 13 to quarter, and 10 might. Bit different than the other Army of the White Hand. We've got Saruman, so we've got Isengard, Orc Warrior with Banner. We've got 3 warriors with shield, 3 with spear, a Corbean, 4 wild men, and another 2 wild men with spear. And we've got Grima, of course, then the Oathmaker with 6 wild men with bow, 5 with spear, and another Corbean, then a Chieftain with 6 wild men with bow, 5 with spear, another Corbean, and then another Chieftain with 5 wild men with bow, 5 with spear, and another Corbean. Again, good list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially I think this one and Rob's are going to be like
Top
so far
tables,
of what I've seen, they're
definitely.
going to be up at the top.
Yeah.
Isn't it this list that lets Saruman use Crebian for like line of sight or something like that?
uh,
There's some funky thing with
yes,
Crebian and
yeah,
Saruman. I can't remember what it is.
yeah, something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
it's also the one with where he gets to do a lightning bolt and a
Yep.
storm and a thunder, which are all really good.
I mean, it would make sense as the Wise got a Caribbean in every single warband. So, um,
The
There's
Caribbean are
night,
also just really good.
they are. They are. I still
and
remember the
then
guy that used to fly them over lines and just like put them in the trap. Yeah, genius.
every bottle in the list also gets +1 courage as long as they can see Saruman, which is great for a horde of chaff.
Yep.
Yeah, both his lists have good shooting. Um, yeah, it's definitely a contender. I'm interested to see how much Saruman can be a pain in the hole. Like he is generally a pain in the hole, but he just seems so weird now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's top list. Shay, another person who could definitely be up there with the big lads. 700 points, 40 models, Defenders of Helm's Deep. He's got Theoden, King of Rohan with heavy armor. He's got 6 warriors of Rohan with shield, 6 with shield and throwing spears. He's got Aragorn with armor, 6 warriors of Rohan with shield, 6 with shield and throwing spears, and a warrior of Rohan with a banner. He's got Legolas with 12 Galadriel warriors with bows. Then list B is Osgiliath, 700 points, 36 models. Reclamation of Osgiliath. Big Bozza, Captain of the White Tower with a banner of Minas Tirith, a horse, and a shield. We've got 8 tin cans with shield and spear. We've got another 8 with shields, and we've got 2 knights of Minas Tirith. Then we've got Faramir, Captain of Gondor. He is rightfully now much better these days. 4 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, 5 rangers with spear, and a Madril, Captain of Ithilien, 4 with spear, and 4 rangers with spear, and another 2 rangers of Gondor. Good lists. Nothing else
Yeah,
to expect from Shay.
yeah. It's his beloved Boromir with his massive flag.
Loves his balls and his flag.
Doesn't even need the lance anymore because he just has it
Yeah.
baked into his profile.
Big Northern
Yeah,
Irishman, this flag. It's
yeah,
whatever.
Flag.
It's it, of course. Yeah,
It's nice to see Aragon in the defenders list as well. Most people here seem to play it
yeah.
without Aragon. So different playstyle, I guess. And New Army, I've never seen Shay play any Rohan.
same.
Well, actually, I've seen him play some riders, but I haven't seen him play foot guys. So nice to see a New Army.
They are really popular Rohan at the minute. Like they're
Oh,
in a
Yeah,
little bit of everything.
yeah.
Um,
They're probably in the maybe the most common thing to appear in lists, whether it's a list where it's just them or
yeah,
them with the allies.
yeah. Just love to
Or
get involved
traders.
everywhere. Yeah, yeah. Or
Yeah,
trader.
yeah. They do together. They have three new lists because of the movie.
Yeah. That reclamation of Osgiliath can be really good as well. I think he played that at Nicky's Playday. I think it's pretty decent list, like.
yeah.
So yeah, I think Shay could do well as well.
Does
It's
he have
I mean,
any? Uh, no, people don't run veterans, and it's such a shame because they're not great, but they're such cool
They
models.
are cool. The eye patches and stuff, don't they?
one of the lists down below does have veterans.
Oh, great.
Was it? Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Next up is Dave, do you know?
The last one, we're on the last part, and it's Luke O'Reilly.
Luke O'Reilly. Good man himself. He's brought the break into the fellowship. Can't not love that. They're doing very well at the minute, aren't they? Is it the breaking of the fellowship specifically? But uh, 9 models, 4 bows, 1 throw weapon, 5 to break, 2 to quarter, 22 mount. Aragorn's obviously the leader in this case. We've got Elven Cloak and a bow. We've got Bozza with an Elven Cloak and a shield. We've got Frodo with an Elven Cloak sting and a mithril coat. We've got Gimli with his cloak. Legolas with a cloak, Sam with a cloak. Then we've got Haldir, Galadriel Captain with Elven Cloak and an Elf Bow, and an Lothlorien Warrior with a banner, and a Lothlorien Warrior with a bow. Is it this list that's doing really well at the minute?
I don't know. I haven't
There's
really
one of the
heard.
fellowship lists that I kept seeing stats off that was just hit really.
It's probably this one because I think this one looks better than the regular fellowship.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah,
Yeah, and the elven cloaks are really good.
yeah.
Then
And they
everything's
still get all their special gifts as well.
yes, and they're all fearless while Frodo's alive, and they can't be broken while he's alive. And you get the blessing of Galadriel.
Yeah, and just a couple of Lothlorien lads in there, just going, we're part of the fellowship too, but they're
Yeah,
not. They're not. Just remember that.
They're just the escorts
That's it.
from
But they bring a
Lothlorien.
banner, which is the thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
just bring us flag.
We
No
got the
problem.
flag.
No problem. We got the flag.
They have the essential flag.
Yeah, the essential flag. No problem. Covered. Yeah, so cool. Always love
Yeah.
to see the fellowship.
He's played this one game. It didn't go well for him.
Looks good, lad.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't give a shite.
No,
Rec
but he would have liked if Aragorn didn't die to 4 orcs.
Most people would, to be
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair way to react. Another reclamation of Osgiliath, so this must be where we're seeing the veterans then, as there we go. 700 points, 37 models, 14 bows, breaks at 19, quarters at 9, and 12 might. We've got Bozza, Captain of the White Thor, of course, with his banner and his shield. 5 veterans with shield, there you are, Nicky. 7 rangers with spear,
Nice.
3 knights of Minas Tirith, and 3 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield. Big Faramir, 5 rangers with spear, 5 warriors with shield, and 5 warriors with shield and spear. Then Madril with a warrior with shield and spear. So yeah, it's nice to see a different list, and we've got some of the vets in there.
Yeah, the vets they do have they're a bit more distinct from the warriors now with a couple of rules changes. They have hatred Mordor, so situationally pretty useful. They reroll ones to wound within 6 inches of Boromir and Faramir. They're also one higher courage and intelligence over warriors and Minas Tirith.
Older and
So they're not
wiser.
terrible. But you're
Yeah.
taking that at the cost of shield wall, isn't that right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
They're
could stick
older and
them on
wiser, but
the
they're just not quite as staunch.
end of your lines because you don't get shield wall there anyway. I suppose then you move your shield wall in, but uh, yeah, I like them. They're cool, but they're cool models, and you
They
never
are.
got to see them because they were just not good.
Yeah, they are cool
yeah.
models.
They never had never filled a role in the last edition.
No. But he's got a good model count, good bows, decent list, as per reclamation of Visciliath. You expect it to be decent.
It's a solid army reclamation.
Yeah.
Can't fault it.
So that's all our lists. I think there is 3 clear top ones. So if Shay, Roman, I think has probably got the best ones in my opinion. And then Rob, obviously really good as well. And then maybe this guy Connor is, I think he could also potentially do quite well. And Smog, never know. Like he could
I
just
don't think
fucking
Smog will
walk
do
it.
very
You never
well.
know. You never know. It'd be class if he did.
You
I
Probably get him
think,
basically
in recon.
yeah.
he's not bad at recon to be fair, Nicky. If he flies off, he counts as 20 models.
Oh, is it per
Um,
wound?
No, with dominant dominant.
Oh, I didn't realize it counted for getting off the board as well. So
Yeah,
it's
so
like, nice.
yeah,
him as
Yeah,
well.
so
it's
kill.
still a bad mission for him because he has to go and kill stuff. But yeah, if he flies off 20 models,
Nice. That's winnable at least.
I think Tim could do well as well. I think he has a.
you're
he has a-
also you're a bastard in whole ground because if you're within range of the objectives, like, this is mine.
Plonk.
Yeah, that's the one I really want to get just because it's funny that someone has to fight a big dragon off the center of the board.
Yeah,
But I'll probably get my other list for that one.
it is quite fun. So yeah, I think Rob could take it. But I could see the
He has
play being Rob, Roman, and Shea. Like,
he has won the last two one days, so yeah, I'd be backing him.
yeah,
I think it's going to be a battle between Rob, Shea, and Roman.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
see Rob winning, and I think Shea will sneak a second place. Um, and I predict Roman in third.
The th
Um,
the thing is, like, there is like if either of them draw you, for instance, and do going up against Smog, like that could be a massive skew game.
that's a massive hit.
It could change completely just from a result of going up against those sort of lists. So it'll be really interesting to see.
might ruin one person's tournament.
Well,
And
yeah, part of the game.
I think
Um,
lists definitely feel a bit more rock paper scissors now with matchups and scenarios.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even the ants can be a pain in the hole.
Yeah,
If it, in
Hold
the
ground with
long run.
Ents would be
Yeah,
like pretty good for you
to
too.
the
Like,
death and stuff can be a right bastard.
whole ground and domination are pretty good for monster armies now.
Yeah, because of the dominant.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, like the trolls can just in domination, the trolls can just split up and say, "We'll claim these three, thanks."
Yeah, bye.
Well,
and then I think Smog can position himself within two of them that he automatically claims,
Yeah,
and you can't claim
yeah.
back.
His base is 9 inches long, so if you put them within 12 inches of each other, he can be in range of both.
Yeah.
Bye.
big lord. So he only has three, Mike. But yeah, it'll be a good weekend. Ends are all done. I've got like six models to do. I'm sure I'll try my best. See what happens.
I've got a
Thanks very
few for
much.
finish.
Yeah, I think we all have a bit to do. I think there's many people that are completely finished. Um, but yeah, thanks very much for
I
joining me,
think
lads.
there's
No
what
problem.
there's two bonus TPs for having your armies painted, I think, or it's two, one
I'm
each
there
or
to
something.
win anyway. Now. I'm just there to have a laugh and de-stress and yeah,
Yeah,
bit of crack. So yeah, we'll wrap it up. Uh,
first proper event of the new edition. So
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So um, we'll see how it gets on. We'll probably get another tournament review done. Or sorry, well, another calendar talk done sort of towards the end of the month as well. So we'll see how this goes. We'll chat up what happened in this event in that video as well, just to see how things went.
well,
Um,
let's do a list review from my event in a couple of weeks.
yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for joining us. Have a good one, and yeah, take care.
Yeah,
See you on Saturday.
Bye.
see you Saturday. Thanks.